Hi, you're welcome back to our series on setting up a restaurant business. You may need to check out our videos, our previous videos on YouTube at Hospitality Build Business. You also need to check it out on Instagram at Hospitality Build Business. We would like to continue our discussions. We've talked about so many things from the front of house to the back of house. Today, I want to talk about how to select materials. You're in the construction stage. As you're constructing, after you've done the carcass, you've done your services, you've dealt extensively with services. Now, the next thing is finishing. When you're finishing your building, you're talking about the final floor finish, final wall finishes in different areas. Is it going to be tile? Is it going to be painted? The final ceiling finishing, is it going to be POP? Is it going to be 600 by 600 suspended ceiling boards? Or is it going to be asbestos? Some people might think that asbestos is outdated, but I'll tell you where and why you should use asbestos in certain parts of the restaurant, even the supermarkets and lounges. So let's start with floor finishing. When you're selecting floor finishing, you must understand that for a restaurant, there are different floor tiles or floor finish that you can use in different areas. Some kind of floor finishing are strictly prohibited in certain areas in a restaurant building. And the reason is very simple: safety, longevity, and of course, functionality of the different spaces in your restaurant. The requirements for safety, for functionality, for longevity, they differs. Now let's start with selecting a floor finish for your kitchen. Selecting a floor finish for your kitchen, the singular most important factor is not how cheap or how expensive the tile is. It is the roughness, or what we call the no-slip tiles, the no-slip surface of your tiles. That's the singular most important finish. Many people don't know this. I'm not sure it's in any textbook, but you know this from experience, that the singular most important factor in selecting a floor finish for your kitchen is that it is not slip. Once upon a time, there was this video that circulated of a kitchen, an industrial kitchen where they were cooking rice. And then two people took a pot of rice that's just finished boiling. I'm sure they were parboiling the rice. As they move around in the kitchen, one of them slipped. The other one just left the pots, and the entire hot pot of rice poured on one of them. That is what you get when you do not properly select the kind of floor finish that must be in your kitchen. Even if it is not tiling, whatever floor finish that you must have in your kitchen must be such that it is non-slip. Whether it is as it is naturally, or whether there's water on it, or if it is oil that's poured on it, it must be non-slip. And yes, there are those kind of tiles. That's why most of the restaurants that we built, no matter how unaffordable, or no matter how, let me say, low cost the client wants to go, we do not compromise in using quarry floor tiles. The second thing that you need to know about a floor finishing, whether it's a tile or any other floor finish that you want to have in your kitchen space. Let me quickly say this. It then means that if you take up an existing building and then you have floor finishing there is existing, and you looked at it and it is slippery, it is glazed, there are the tiles that is called glazed, or maybe it's any other floor finish that is there, maybe wooden finish. Wooden finish is also appropriate for kitchen floors. Let me continue with discussing the floor finish in the kitchen. Apart from the fact that your kitchen floor finish must be not slip, it must also be easy to clean. Whatever floor finish you're going to use there must be easy to clean. It must also be fire resistant. You must not have a floor finish in the kitchen. For example, if they light a match, there's a spark of fire in the kitchen and it drops on the floor. This kind of floor finish that you have there, maybe like a wooden floor finish or a carpet, escalates a fire incidents in your kitchen. It must be fire resistant, it must be easy to clean, and it must be non-slip. If you look at the tiles that we have in market today, only very few materials, maybe only tiling, actually successfully fits into this category or into these qualities that is generally affordable for everybody. As a giveaway, any kitchen that is properly built and the client is concerned with quality, the minimum floor finish there should be quarry floor tiles. They are also very solid and rugged to withstand the traffic, the heavy traffic, sometimes the heavy equipment that moves in your kitchen floors. If the funds are there, these same quarry floor tiles extends to the hallway that leads to the kitchen, should extend to the store because they have the capacity to withstand the movement of trolleys with tires, those iron trolleys with tires, that they don't get broken and you don't have to start doing kitchen floor maintenance very early in the course of your operations. Now let's move away from kitchen floor tiles. I've already talked about the fact that these same floor tiles can proceed to your hallway and your store and other back of house spaces. But peradventure you don't have the funds because as of today, the quarry floor tile will cost as much as 28,000 naira per square meter. That's even more expensive than some Spanish tiles. Yes, so it's that expensive. Peradventure you don't have the funds to lay this kind of tiles in every space within your back of house, like your staff changing room, their toilet area, and the store. You can then use no-slip Nigerian floor tiles. Now, when you move away from this back of house space and you come to the front of house, many a times discover that one of the singular most considered factor for many clients in selecting the floor finish for their front of house is that it is glazed, shiny, Nigerians like shiny stuffs. When it's glazed and shiny, you quickly select it. And of course, many of these glaze styles, Nigerian glaze styles, are very affordable. So today you can find them as cheap as 6,000 naira, 9,000 naira to 14 or 15,000 naira per square meter. Depends on the quality and the size. It could be 300 by 300, 600 by 600, 12 by 600, and so on and so forth. Let me tell you, one singular most important factor that you should also consider for selecting a floor finish for your front of house is its ability for the surface to withstand traffic. Most of the time, we will recommend what is called fully vitrified floor tiles. That's the most affordable floor finish that many restaurants or many small businesses can afford. If it's premium restaurants or customer lounge area, then you're talking about fully vitrified Spanish floor tiles, Italian floor tiles, or you're even talking about wooden floor finish and the rest of them. Generally, as a way of recommendation, if cost is a big issue for you and then you don't have all the money to spend, what you should be dealing with is fully vitrified floor tiles. What this gives you is that it gives you longevity. No matter the amount of customers that steps on the fully vitrified floor tiles, even if it's a local Nigerian tiles, the high tendency that it will withstand traffic and maintain a smooth surface, not a faded surface or discolorated surface, over the next 3, 4, 5 years, 6, 7 years, depends. But if it's the non-vitrified tiles, those ones that are very shiny on the surface, within 6 months, depending on the amount of traffic that goes through the floor finish, that particular spot, most of the time, around the door entrance, the entrance to your supermarket, that's along the highway that people come in through, that's where it starts fading from. Then you see the areas where customers sit the most also starts fading. Over 6 months, 1 year, maximum 2 years, you see that every part of your restaurant area, in the lounge, your customer lounge area, have different colors. Some are faded, some are looking very bad, and then you start thinking about how to change the tiles or maintain them. Especially if you're located in premium areas in the island or some parts of Lagos mainland, or maybe in Abuja, in places like Asokoro or Wuse 2 and the rest of them. You want to ensure that your ambience matches the kind of customers or audience that you're trying to serve. It's very important that what you should always look at is not how shiny the tiles are, but which tile can withstand the kind of traffic that is going to go on that floor finish. Now, let's leave floor tiling, floor finishing alone. Let's talk about how do you select finishing that will be on your walls. And in the kitchen, there are still many kitchens that have emulsion paints or maybe satin paints or gloss paints as a final wall finish in the kitchen. That's wrong. The minimum, most acceptable floor finish, a wall finish rather, regulatory authorities will not have to be disturbing you over is wall tiles. And I can tell you that wall tiles are probably the cheapest finishing that you can actually afford or that you can actually get in any building construction. Now, there's this style called 25 by 40 white. I would recommend that for any restaurant, anytime, any day. Properly laid on your kitchen wall tiles, they will look as classy as any 5-star kitchen will look. They're very cheap. So today, you can get those tiles for as low as 4,500, 4,009, or 5,000 or 6,000 naira per square meter, depending on the brand and the quality. It is not acceptable to use emulsion paint, gloss paint, or satin paint as a final finish of your kitchen walls. Now, if you take up an existing building and it's already painted and you're asking yourself, how do I lay these tiles? Or there are situations whereby you take up existing buildings, they lay tiles on it, and then in 6 months, in 1 year, the tiles are popping up. That's bad installation. Now, let me quickly tell you how to install tiles on an already painted wall. Install tiles on an already painted wall. The most guaranteed way to ensure that it doesn't pull up, doesn't pop up in 6 months or 1 year or ever for as long as you're using that kitchen is number one, to do what we call scarifying. You need to scarify or file the wall using a filing machine. You need to scarify the paint, try to scarify the paint or file the walls and create some marks, a lot of marks on the wall. After you've done that, you do tyroline. You apply tyroline to the walls. After you've applied tyroline to the wall, before you cannot come and lay your tiles. In an instance where the wall is very rough and is not smooth and is not straight, there are some existing walls that the workmanship was poorly done. You see that as the walls are bent, and if a tiler comes and lays tiles on those walls, you will not have a very good outcome. What you need to do is to, first of all, scarify very well, then render the wall again with a gauge, and then you can now lay your tiles directly on your rendered wall. Those are the two options or the two ways to go about laying tiles on an already painted wall. Another final thing that you can use in your kitchen is stainless steel. Yes, stainless steel plates. You can lay stainless steel sheets on your entire kitchen walls. Yes, that's the most expensive but very guaranteed way to have a kitchen that the walls are fire resistant, easy to clean, and will last forever. Yes, they will last forever. The kitchen is world class, but it is very expensive. Stainless steel sheets are very expensive because the kind of sheets that you're going to lay on your kitchen walls has to be minimum of 1.5 mm, 2 mm thick for them to be able to stay and give you the surface that you really want to see in your kitchen. Now, let's talk about ceilings. You see, again, let's start from the kitchen. When it comes to finishing the ceiling of your kitchen, what I recommend will shock you. What I recommend is the very old, what they call asbestos, but it's no longer asbestos because asbestos has proven to be dangerous to health. But these ceiling sheets are still built like asbestos, but there's no longer asbestos as a component of the materials for the production. So people still know it as asbestos, but I'm actually talking about Nigeria Limited has it. They call it calci boards or cement boards. That's what you call them now. And they come in 4 feet by 4 feet, that's 1.2 by 1.2 meters. Or sometimes they come in 1.2 meter by 2.4 meters, that's 4 feet by 8 feet. These are the sheets that I would recommend for you to use for your kitchen, your store, and your entire back of house. Not POP, not 600 by 600 suspended ceilings. Those are not good for back of house. The reason is because anybody that owns a restaurant, that owns a supermarket, that is watching this video would know that one of the biggest problems or the challenges that they have in their back of house is rats and rodents. Rats and rodents is the biggest problem. They come for your rice, they come for your yam, they come for your fish, they come for everything. From experience, the only ceiling material that has proven to be able to keep out rats from your entire space is asbestos, because it's done with timber noggins. The ceiling that's laid on timber noggins and finished with high rods. If it is properly painted by a painter that understands how the painting application of these products are done, it is seamless. And by the way, I have also done projects where I laid asbestos sheets as though they were POP sheets, but they were just flat. And you can actually do asbestos sheets without the tie rods. When somebody is looking at it, anyone looking at the ceiling would not even know that they are actually cement boards or asbestos. Pardon the fact that I'm using asbestos. I'm talking about cement ceiling boards. You would not even know that it is asbestos ceiling boards that were used. And it will be rat or rodent proof for as long as you run your restaurant space. As a recommendation, your kitchen, your store, and your entire back of house should be asbestos. Another thing you need to know is that for many of the clients that we work for, we've seen staffs hide food inside those 600 by 600 suspended ceilings. You know that they are easily movable. So you can just push it up and it moves. Staffs hide food, money, a lot of stuffs inside that space. But if it's asbestos, you can't touch them, you can't move them. Once you move them, you can't fix them, but it means that you've destroyed them and to be detected, and then you have to answer for that property destruction. In addition to the fact that cement ceiling boards are rat proven, they are also fire resistant. They are also water resistant. If you have roof leakage, cement board ceilings can resist water from spoiling it for many years. You see the discoloration, but the ceiling will still be good. You will know that your ceiling is leaking, so you're able to fix it. But you see the 600 by 600 suspended ceilings and the POP ceiling boards, they don't have that capacity. For in 3 months, if there's constant drop of water, even as minute as a drop, it can damage your ceiling boards. Fire resistance, water resistance, and longevity are another reason why you should select asbestos ceiling boards as your ceiling finishing material in your back of house. In the front of house, your restaurant, lounge area, and your customer toilet areas, and any other areas that is front of house. These areas, aesthetics should be the number one priority for selecting ceiling finishing in this space. Aesthetics. Of course, fire resistance and longevity can also follow. But in the end, price, cost is one major factor that actually influences what you finally will settle for. Now, you see, the more money you have, the more dramatic and beautifully crafted your POP ceiling will be. POP ceilings are one ceiling that gives you a lot of flexibility in designs, and then you can manipulate it to give you that fantastic view that will please any kind of client anytime, any day. While the 600 by 600 suspended ceilings are just there, they give you the flexibility of low maintenance cost. If your ceiling is bad, if your suspended ceiling is damaged, one is damaged or one has fallen or water has soaked one, you can just change that one piece. But for your POP ceilings, if an area is damaged and it's where you have some complicated designs, it will cost you a bit of more money to be able to fix that maintenance problem. This is all I have to say for today about ceiling finishing and selection of materials for ceiling, floors, and walls. See you in the next video.